In boxing, some matches end with judges' decisions or even tie scores, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. But there are moments when the outcome is clear and decisive. No judges, no referees needed. These are the fights where a single devastating knockout says it all. Get ready to see the most jaw-dropping knockouts in boxing history. These punches spoke louder than any announcement, showing us just how dramatic and powerful boxing can be.
Morton separates the two, midway point of round one. Lancing left by Martinez.
Stop! Walk it out.
Great exchange.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of holding.
Good left hand, and down goes
Right.
Williams.
I think it was a right hook.
Right hand, Williams through the left, Williams down.
He's not getting up, guys.
Not getting up.
That is the knockout of the year, if nothing else. A sensational, shocking one.
Number 1. In November 2010, the world watched as Paul Williams and Sergio Martinez battled in a highly anticipated rematch. Their first encounter in December 2009 had been a nail-biter, with Williams narrowly winning by decision. But Martinez had learned his lesson. He wasn't leaving it to the judges this time. Early in the second round, Martinez unleashed a devastating left hook that changed everything. Williams, known for his iron chin and relentless aggression, never saw it coming. As Williams threw a left hand, Martinez's left connected first, and the impact was immediate. Williams dropped to the floor and knocked out cold before hitting the ground. The crowd was stunned. One punch had ended the fight, and any doubts about who was the better man that night. It was a knockout for the ages that would be discussed for years to come. As Williams lay motionless on the mat, it was clear. This was the knockout of the year, maybe even the decade. Sergio Martinez had delivered a blow so perfect and powerful that it instantly imprinted itself into boxing history.
You can see there's a cut opening on the left eye.
Just very hard to flatten, very hard to put on the canvas.
Big double right. That one makes Mosley stumble. And a short right by Mayorga again.
Number 2. On September 27, 2008, boxing fans were treated to a showdown between the legendary Shane Mosley and the tough Ricardo Mayorga. The fight was intense from the start, with both fighters landing solid punches. The match would go the distance, with the judges deciding the winner. As the fight went on, Mosley started to land some clean shots. A strong right hand caught Mayorga off guard, and a left hook made him stumble. The crowd was on their feet, sensing that something big was about to happen. In the final moments of the 12th round, Mosley shook Mayorga with a powerful punch, sending him to hit the deck. Mayorga managed to get up, but Mosley was ready. With a crushing backhand, he knocked Mayorga out cold seconds before the fight ended. The crowd erupted as Mosley pulled off a stunning victory, reminding everyone of the magic that made him a boxing legend.
Кеслер говорит, ну иди, ну покажи. На мой вкус замедленные, не очень пластичные.
Вот она. Вот сейчас я вижу того Кеслера, которого мы привыкли видеть. Чтобы облегчить боксеру его нахождение. Вот это да!
Мощнейший
вот он, левый боковой, который мы ждали. Это страшный нокаут. Мы видим, судья даже не стал считать нокдаун до конца. Он вынимает капу изо рта Грина.
И не позволяет тому встать. Потому что не понимает, где сейчас
вот
находится Алан Грин.
Я в шоке. Честно вам скажу. И вроде бы все, песенка Кеслера была спета.
В первом раунде можно было заканчивать
и вообще бой. Его песенка после его неудачных выступлений, после его перехода в другой вес, ну какой смысл?
Number 3. On May 19, 2012, Danish boxing legend Mikkel Kessler faced off against Alan Green. The fight started rough for Kessler, as he was knocked down in the first round, the only knockdown of his career. But the Viking still needed to be finished. Kessler quickly regained control, and by the 4th round, he delivered a brutal left hook that sent Green crashing to the floor. The knockout was powerful and decisive, reminding me of Kessler's incredible strength. The crowd shouted as Kessler again proved why he's considered a true legend in the ring.
Another spectacular but very brief Tyson performance. As soon as the starting bell rang, Frazier threw a jab, trying to set the pace. but Iron Mike immediately shut that down.
Scoring system if the rounds are even, and the 3 knockdown rule in effect.
Tyson unleashed his signature hooks, forcing Marvis into a corner. Frazier moved along the ropes, trying to get back to the center of the ring, but Tyson wasn't having any of it. Using his jab, Tyson pushed Frazier back into the corner. Then, Tyson landed a devastating right uppercut.
Number 4. On July 26, 1986, the boxing world witnessed a brief but unforgettable clash between the rising star Mike Tyson and Marvis Frazier, the son of the legendary Joe Frazier. From the opening bell, Tyson came out swinging with fierce determination. He was relentless, just like Marvis's father had been in his prime. But Marvis needed more time to find his rhythm. Tyson was all over him, throwing punch after punch. 30 seconds into the fight, Tyson landed a series of brutal uppercuts that ended it. Marvis buckled to the ground, knocked out cold before knowing what hit him. The referee quickly stepped in to stop the fight. It was clear that Marvis couldn't continue. The whole thing was over in less than a minute, making it the shortest fight in Tyson's professional career. Tyson, showing a rare moment of concern, went over to check on Marvis, knowing the power he had just unleashed. That night, Tyson's devastating uppercut, which had taken down other opponents, solidified his reputation as a force to be reckoned with in the boxing world. The fight may have been short, but it left a lasting impression on everyone who saw it.
People said he had no chin, no stamina, no heart, no anything. He uses that, he says, as his major motivation. I'll never forget it, he said. I'm thankful to Brewster, and I will be until I go to my grave. It is what gives me the motivation. It is all about payback, and he is making Pulev get payback. But Pulev spins him and lands a left.
He's got to quicken up. What I am surprised as well with Pulev, there's no head movements. Although he's sitting back and he's trying to draw the shot and make Klitschko fall short, he must move his head. There must be head movement there.
What was part of the Pulev makeup, part of his strength, was the fact that he had good mobility and a reasonably good agility. Just fell short with that right hand, and he spun a left hook up with it as well, and he isn't far away. Oh, look at that left hand again, and that is it. Surely Pulev is not going to get up from that. He is out for the count.
Number 5. On November 15th, 2014, at 38 years old, Vladimir Klitschko stepped into the ring to defend his WBA, IBF, and WBO heavyweight titles against 33-year-old Kubrat Pulev. The Bulgarian Cobra came in with big ambitions, but Klitschko, known as the Steel Hammer, was ready. In the 5th round, Klitschko delivered a devastating left hook that ended the fight instantly. Pulev was knocked out cold, and Klitschko's power was fully displayed. It was a spectacular finish, proving once again why Klitschko was the king of the heavyweight division. Number 6. On September 27, 2003, Baby Joe Mesi made a bold statement in boxing by taking on the dangerous puncher Deverell Williamson. From the start, Mesi was on a mission, determined to make an impact. Mesi quickly closed the distance as the first round began, landing sharp, straight punches against the taller Williamson. He mixed his attacks beautifully, going to the body with left hooks and then coming upstairs with powerful shots to the head. Mesi's strategy was simple but effective. He combined boxing skills with sheer physical power, keeping Williamson off balance. Every move was calculated, blocking jabs and then countering with precision. Then, in just 1 minute and 52 seconds, Mesi saw his chance. He unbound a crushing right hand that sent Williamson to the ground, unable to beat the count. The crowd in Buffalo emerged as Mesi claimed a lightning-fast knockout victory. He looked flawless throughout the round, moving in and out easily and landing every punch with purpose. Mesi's performance that night wasn't just a win, but a clear sign that he was a rising star in the heavyweight division, putting an exclamation point on a perfect night.
It wasn't a lights-out round for either man. Whitaker landing only 4 of 32 punches by CompuBox numbers. Maskaev 12 of 54. Maskaev seems to want to make more of a fight of it in round 2.
I think that he should stay, jab up occasionally, let him know you're in the business, Maskaev, but go to the body. Keep all the punches to the body.
Hard right hand by Whitaker momentarily wobbles Maskaev. Whitaker trying to follow up. Maskaev now throwing back. Down goes the Russian fighter.
3, 4, and he doesn't look like he's going to get up.
6, 7, 8.
And he didn't. A second-round knockout for Lance.
Number 7. On March 10th, 2001, American boxer Lance Whitaker faced off against the tough Russian fighter Oleg Maskaev, who would later become a world champion. Whitaker, determined to prove himself, wasted no time making a statement. In the second round, Whitaker released a powerful series of punches that left Maskaev reeling. The Russian tried to stay on his feet, but the force of Whitaker's blows was too much. With a final punch, Maskaev went down, struggling to get back up as the referee began the count. The crowd held its breath, but it was clear Maskaev wouldn't recover in time. The referee reached 10, and Whitaker scored a knockout victory just like that. This win was more than just another fight for Whitaker. It was a step closer to legitimate title contention. What made it even more impressive was that Whitaker didn't just overpower Maskaev. He took solid punches from the Russian, known for his heavy hands, without even blinking. Whitaker's performance showed that he wasn't just a powerful puncher, but a fighter with real backbone and determination. It was a defining moment in his career, marking him as a serious contender in the heavyweight division.
Because then whenever he hits you, you can hit him back. His head is up there for you. You don't have to reach out. Briggs, you got to understand that. Keep yourself away from these little guys. Trainers cannot teach a guy. You've got to ask other fighters who are old in the gym to tell you about these things.
He's got a cut beside and maybe above the right eye. And that's a big target for Wilson, and he floors Shannon Briggs. Oh, 6! This is over. Tremendous upset victory for Darrell Wilson. And you could see him slow up as soon as the blood began to flow from the cut near the right eye. Take another look at this knockout punch, George. I'm not even sure it landed on the point of the chin.
That was, but it was the initial cut. A guy being getting himself in a territory that he's under.
Number 8. On March 15th, 1996, two undefeated fighters, Darrell Wilson and Shannon Briggs, stepped into the ring for a battle that would end in a shocking upset. From the start, it was clear this fight would be intense, with both men eager to protect their perfect records. In the third round, Wilson seized his moment. He noticed a cut had opened near Briggs' right eye, and he zeroed in on it, turning the injury into a target. With precise punches, Wilson chipped away at Briggs' defense. Then, Wilson floored Briggs with a powerful right hand and collapsed him to the mat. The crowd erupted as the referee started the count, but it was clear Briggs wasn't getting up. The referee waved off the fight, giving Wilson a stunning knockout victory. This win wasn't just an upset. It was a defining moment for Wilson, showing that he could take on anyone, even an undefeated fighter like Briggs. Rumors had swirled that Briggs had been knocked down in training, but no one expected this outcome. Wilson's victory proved that in boxing, anything can happen, and it only takes one well-placed punch to change everything.
I'm a trainer working a corner. I would tell Wilson, keep hitting Tua in the chest, around the body. Don't go for any hard shots. Just keep tapping them around there. That's the only way you deflate this power from these giants.
Two fighters trading left hooks at close range in round one. Fight promises a lot of fireworks.
Coming up.
Wilson tries a right hand across the top. Tua lands a short left. First down, Wilson.
Number 9. On September 20th, 1996, rising star David Tua stepped into the ring to face the unbeaten Darrell Wilson. The fight promised fireworks from the start, with both heavyweights trading powerful punches at close range. Wilson tried to land a right hand, but Tua's signature left hook came first. It was a short, brutal punch that landed perfectly, sending Wilson crashing to the canvas for the first time in his career. Wilson struggled to beat the count, but he was clearly done. The referee counted him out, and Tua secured another clean and devastating first-round knockout. The crowd exploded as Tua celebrated, again proving why he was a force to be reckoned with in the heavyweight division. His power was undeniable, and on that night, Wilson learned firsthand just how dangerous Tua's left hook could be. The fight was over almost as quickly as it started, but Tua's impact would be remembered long after. Room tension between Reeve have reached a boiling point, especially after recent events in the WNBA. Caitlin, a rising star, shared what Meson's best photos, showcasing her impact on the game. However, the controversy, as she was notably absent from the USA Women's Tour. As the Olympics approached, and why Caitlin, who has dramatically boosted TV ratings, wasn't selected. Speculation pointed to Cheryl Reeve, head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, as a possible influence behind the decision.
goes down. It's an official knockdown. But before the fight began, the Illinois Boxing Commission ruled that a man would not have to stay down for the mandatory count of 8. Maybe the knockdown will infuriate Robinson. This has been his history in his great efforts in the ring. It took a lashing by Randy Turpin in their second fight to bring him back to a point where he smashed Turpin to the ground to take back the middleweight championship of the world. So Graziano has scored the first knockdown. And there goes his mouthpiece, and Graziano hits
against the Indiana Fever. Seemed more excited about Caitlin than their team, further fueling rumors. Reeves' post-game comments hinted at underlying tension, leaving everyone wondering the story than meets the eye. Rumors have been flying that Cheryl Reeve, the coach of the Minnesota Lynx, had something to do with Caitlin Clark not making the Olympic team. But Reeve surprised everyone by speaking highly of Clark, traded with her before. Earlier this season, Reeve was annoyed when a Lynx game didn't get as much attention as a Fever game, which was buzzing with Clark's rising fame. About Clark's absence from the Olympics, Reeve didn't want to talk about it. Now, before a game against Clark's team, Reeve has praised Clark's speed and passing, them exceptional. This sudden praise has caught fans off guard, making many wonder if Reeve is trying rumors that she played a part in Clark's Olympic snub. Maybe, with Diana Taurasi injured, Reeve will add Caitlin Clark to Team USA.